Hello guys, it's Mickey. Welcome to my channel, and if you're just tuning to my channel, please subscribe, turn on the notification bell so as to be notified each time there's an upload coming from me. Well, I'm sorry I'm talking from the background. I'm a bit busy. I've been packing goods all through and I'm still not done packing goods. You know, I've been making orders. People have still been making more orders. I think probably because it's getting close to December. Well, that's by the way. Yesterday I couldn't make a video because I was a bit late. I go back home like after 10. Yes, I go back home after 10. It was late. Making a video would just prove to just be futile. That was the whole thing. And I wanted to make the soap base. I don't know why I'm giving too many excuses today. I wanted to make the soap base. My ingredients were not complete. My recipe wasn't complete, so I had to switch over to plan B. And plan B was by answering so many questions being pulled out. I know some people made so many comments saying the organic peeling oil you used on your channel, the salicylic acid has refused to dissolve. Why is that so? Why is this so? And again, is it safe to use on the body? Naturally, I don't advise peeling. I don't advise it. If you didn't study chemistry in school, I just feel, why the hell do you want to go into peeling? But again, if you want to peel your skin, organic is way safer because you can control the percentage of your acids. You know, you can definitely get 100% of lactic acid, you get 100% of glycolic acid. You can control if you want 80%, 70%, 60%, so you know what is suitable for your skin. And again, the pro-mixing peeling oil tends to burn the skin sometimes if you're not careful. If you probably do not know what to do, it burns your skin. That's why I don't really advise peeling, because if you don't know how to peel your skin, you find out burning your skin. And again, at first peeling might be good. Yeah, my skin is all good, it's fresh, looking so radiant. But with time, it gets worse. You know, it goes back to the way it was, like ×2 self, with so much force. But all the same, let's scrap that. You guys actually want to peel, and you complained about the measurements, that I didn't give the measurements then, so I'm going to give you the measurements now. I'm going to tell you what you're going to use and what you're going to use to help dissolve your salicylic acid. Okay, so now we need glycolic acid. This is our glycolic. I've actually measured everything. This is our glycolic acid. You need 6 tablespoons and 2 teaspoons of glycolic acid. I'll repeat it again. 6 tablespoons and 2 teaspoons of your glycolic acid. Now this is your malic acid. Okay, your malic acid. You need 4 teaspoons of your malic acid. 4 teaspoons of malic acid. Now for your salicylic acid as well, you need 4 teaspoons of salicylic acid. This is your salicylic acid. You need 4 teaspoons of salicylic acid. And for your lactic acid, you need 2 teaspoons. This is our lactic acid. Just 2 teaspoons of our lactic acid. 2 teaspoons. And for your lemon oil, you also need 2 teaspoons of your lemon oil. Okay, so this is our empty bowl, empty container. And in order to dissolve your salicylic acid, you need propylene glycol. I fixed it in a rubber bottle because I didn't see where to keep it. I didn't have any other container to put it. But you need propylene glycol to help liquidate your salicylic acid. It doesn't really need any measurement, because what we just have to do is get our salicylic acid, put it in here, and we add our propylene glycol into it. So most times we do not really need any measurement, and you just mix it together. That's all. I'll get a spoon. I'll bring it closer. I didn't see my glove. You know, today has been so messy. I don't get my glove intact, so that's why. Okay, you can see how it's actually forming now. It's a bit hot underneath it. Look at it. Because if you notice, if you probably didn't use a propylene glycol to do this, you'd notice the seeds or probably the granules will be below it. It will not dissolve, but it dissolves better with propylene glycol. So there's no exact measurement of your propylene glycol. There's just no examine. Look at it. It's not completely fine because it's a bit you have a little bit underneath it, but you just need to keep mixing it. And because of time, we might probably not wait till it dissolves completely. But the best solution to help in dissolving your salicylic acid, sorry about that, is propylene glycol. No other thing can help dissolve your salicylic acid better than propylene glycol. If you notice, look at it. The customer sent me our own. Our own wasn't even well dissolved like this. It's hot. See how hot it is. It's hot. Just holding it together. Still have a bit of it underneath it, but we don't have enough time on our hands. That's why. But believe you me, propylene glycol actually does dissolve the lactic acid really, really well. Need to add more propylene glycol just to give it more space to do its work. So I'm adding more. It's still hot. Okay, so what next? We add our malic powder into it as well to dissolve it. Though the salicylic acid hasn't dissolved completely, but it really doesn't matter. Just have to dissolve these things well. Even touching it is hot, and you guys want to put this on your body. Well, I thought I was the one that loved to bleach. Mama bleachy bleachy. I didn't know. I did learn for some people and still have fine granules. But when this thing comes in contact with your body, it's not so bad because one, it's going to dissolve. It's already getting dissolved gradually. So if you want to dissolve your salicylic acid, the best thing to use is your propylene glycol. Nothing else but propylene glycol. Using this because you have to dissolve your salicylic acid. You have to dissolve it. Okay, so the other things to do is to add your glycolic acid into the mixture as well as your lactic acid into it, and you mix it. I'm just being careful so that the acid doesn't pour on my body. I'm not wearing my gloves, so please imagine. I remember when she showed me her own wasn't like, it wasn't as fine as this. You could see the acids. Oh, I was so scared. You could actually tell the acids were below it and all that, but you could see a bit below it, but not completely. Oh, I'm showing it the wrong way. You guys are not seeing it. See a bit underneath it, but you just have to keep mixing it, and it's hot. Wow, careful. It's very hot. And please, when mixing your acid, don't use stainless plate, stainless spoon. Please, it's way better to use either you have a glass or a rubber. It's better to do that, or plastic, sorry. So don't use stainless. Okay, it's getting dissolved gradually. Then we add our lemon oil into it, and that's your mixture. Now if you want to apply it on your body, you get probably like what do they call this thing, like a brush, because you can't use your hands in applying this. It's hot. I can't even touch it right now because it's so hot. Okay, the salicylic acid is still trying to dissolve. If we probably give it a bit of time, it will dissolve, but I don't have time on my hands. That's the thing, I don't have time. Okay, so okay, you can see it. I'm still saying it again. You want to dissolve your salicylic acid. Your salicylic acid would best be dissolved with your propylene glycol. No other but propylene glycol will dissolve your salicylic acid perfectly fine. No other recipe will actually help in dissolving it well, better than salicylic acid. I've not taken my bath today, so I really need to, go take my bath and all that, and not have acid pour all over my body. So okay. I'm trying to be careful. Okay, hold on. It's so hot. You can see. Okay, I don't want to take it, so you can see the part where I showed you there was what did I call it earlier? The part where I showed you that there was salicylic acid here. You could notice it's actually getting dissolved. You can see it's not much like the way it was. So now you know what to use on your body. This is it. This is the mixture. Okay, you're meant to use propylene glycol to dissolve your salicylic acid, nothing else. You add your recipes together. You also use the propylene glycol to dissolve your malic acid as well. And after mixing it, you use it on your body. Now if you want to apply it on your body, use a brush, as I said it, and you don't have to bathe for 3 days. That is the rule. I wonder how you won't take your bath for 3 days, but you won't bathe for 3 days. So for that day when you're applying this peeling oil on your body, what you just have to do is, at first I would advise you, actually, if it's a particular part you want to peel, you apply rubbing alcohol. Okay, if you actually know what rubbing alcohol is, go to a store and get rubbing alcohol. You apply rubbing alcohol on the area you actually want to peel. Okay, so after you applying rubbing alcohol, then you apply your peeling oil on it. But one thing about applying the peeling oil, you don't apply it once, you keep dapping on it. Okay, you keep, after applying one shade, you go back and apply the other shade, you go back and apply the other shade. All through that day, you keep applying that peeling oil till it finishes. So you keep applying it, applying all over your body and massaging all over your body, but not with your hands. Don't touch it with your hands, please. The best you use a brush, okay, a soft brush to do the work. And when you're done doing it for that day, all you need next is you don't take your bath for 3 days. But if you notice you're beginning to have itches, because it's going to make your body dry, if you begin to have itches, all you have to do is get your oil, okay, and you apply it. Most times it's advisable you get your lemon oil and you keep applying your lemon oil on that area you've actually decided to peel. You keep applying the lemon oil as an oil you use in massaging it, but don't scratch it, don't peel it, else you will have bruises. You can see the kind of wahala where you won't peel your skin. So that's our, okay, let's check again. If you notice, you can see how fine the underneath is. Look at it. Try and take a look at it. You see how clear it's becoming. Now see your salicylic acid, it's beginning to dissolve completely. I've never seen salicylic acid this dissolved, because when my customer showed me her own, it was not this dissolved. Then I told her, honey, you needed to add propylene glycol. She said, you didn't say it in the last video. I said, okay, fine, now you know you're meant to add propylene glycol, and it will help in dissolving this salicylic acid completely, to dissolve it completely. That is just it. So I hope you enjoyed my video. I need to go and take my bath. So, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday. I love you guys like kilo day. All right, bye guys.